my name is Jacelyn Downey. I work for Audubon, Wyoming, and I got a Together Green grant 2011 to do citizen science with bird banding. So bird banding is basically putting up nets, catching birds, putting on bands, and taking information about them. And then all this information is put together and it is sent to a database that scientists can then use. And we've learned a lot about birds from the simple citizen science project, just local people coming out to learn more about birds and to figure out how they're doing. So I'm here in Costa Rica.
So what is your purpose for coming to Costa Rica? What are the connections that you're making along those flyways?
Well, it's just really great to be able to see where it is that all of our birds in Wyoming go in the wintertime, and that they are being banded here as well. So we're able to really track them throughout their year-long migration routes. You know, how are they doing in Wyoming in the summertime, and then how are they doing when they're here in the wintertime, or stopping by as they continue to go on south, or wherever it is that the birds are going. It's really good to be able to connect the birds and throughout the flyways.
Well, hello, my name is Jorge Litón. I'm working with the Costa Rica Bird Observatory, and actually we are in Indio Park. Here we are running our Indio bird banding station.
So why do you feel it's important for the local folks to be part of the bird banding station in the volunteer citizen science aspect?
Okay, first we are trying to focus on birds. Then sometimes when the local volunteers they came here, they have like a really general idea about, you know, wildlife, etc. Then when people have the first contact specifically with birds, people just became interested about birds, and they start birding and, you know, knowing about our resident species. It's a pretty nice experience because you can see how people start to develop a little bit more conscience about our environment, about, you know, the wildlife, about the monitoring projects like this one, not just specifically with birds, but, you know, in general. Then I think it's a nice experience to them because, well, they get a really nice training. We are trying to, you know, run our project in a really nice high standards, and then that's, I think, the most important thing. We are trying to develop in those people's a conscience and, you know, a different idea about how to think about, you know, our environment, our wildlife, our flora and fauna. Then I think that's pretty cool, you know, to them.
Why is it important to them? Why does it matter to people in Costa Rica if you know, the motmots are healthy and their habitat is great? It's the same reason why people in Wyoming really like to pay attention to how our bird species are doing. It's really connected to our health in a lot of ways. And it's just an appreciation for the local ecosystem. In Wyoming, we're really trying to teach students about the sagebrush ecosystem and all the animals and plants that make that up. And here in Costa Rica, of course, it's the rainforests and all the different bosques or different types of forests that are here, and the wildlife.
After an amazing experience getting inspiration from Costa Rican landscapes, wildlife, and people, I headed to North Carolina, where I received advanced training in bird banding techniques. The goal of this was to continue my own education, then pass it forward to our volunteers and staff members. In June 2012, the Keyhole State Park banding station commenced. We began with a volunteer training, which was a review of basic data collection and techniques. Then we got started on our season. Volunteers and visitors from all ages and nearby communities came out to help. We would have 30 visitors on average per day at each of the 7 days we banded. We also took the program on the road, working with over 500 youth and adults, not only to explore all about birds, but to share how scientists learn about the health of birds and how they can help too. Getting a close encounter with birds and participating in real science can have a huge impact, locally, but also, as I learned in Costa Rica, globally as well. At the Keyhole Banding Station in Crook County, Wyoming, 394 birds were banded with over 79 different species of birds observed, feeding into a global network of data tracking health, habits, and movement of birds that can be used to make a real difference for birds.